How to improve your hamstring flexibility. Now, I come from a dance background and have taught over 10 years of dance, contemporary, modern, etc. So go ahead and just follow me here. Make sure you're standing in a parallel position. This is called flat back. So I want you to picture your hips pushing towards the back wall, straightening the backs of your knees as much as possible. Now be careful. I don't want you to overstretch, but you should always go to a point where you can feel it and make sure you're breathing. So now drop your head, go as far as you can, realizing you may not be able to go as far as me, and that's okay. Don't get discouraged, just keep going. This is called a static stretch. Now you want to do this stretch after you've done 5 to 10 minutes of some cardiovascular activity so your body is warm. So now you're going to step 1 foot behind into this cross position. You're going to feel the stretch magnified in the leg that's in front. So really think about that kneecap pulling to the back wall. Step it back out to parallel. Notice how my toes are pointing straight forward, and go ahead and shift your weight side to side. Feel the tension increase in both sides and cross over to the other side. Keep your head down the whole time. Think of your hips pointing back and rolling upward, stretching the hamstring all the way from the glutes down to the kneecap. You want to think about that kneecap getting straight. Now you're going to move your feet together into what we call a first position with your heels together, toes pointing out. This rolls your legs so that you're hitting the outer part of the hamstring. If you're able to, putting your hands behind your back and then stretching them all the way up and over, feel that nice stretch. The weight of your hands is going to be what propels you forward and lengthens the hamstrings even more. Bring it back out to parallel position. Walk your hands forward as much as possible. If you can't touch the ground, that's okay, just hang there. But if you can, I want you to really try and get your elbows to the ground. This is going to stretch your Achilles, your calves, all the way up your hamstrings. You want to think about that being as straight as possible. Push your weight back over. Now, keeping a very parallel position, you're going to rotate over the left leg. Or you can do right if you're mirroring me. So the key here is that you're shoulder width apart, but both of your knees and your toes, your hips are the same direction. Now we're going to intensify the stretch by bending down, bending those elbows, and then we're going to plie or bend backwards and pull the toes up. Really think about that kneecap pushing down into the ground. You're going to want to buckle it, and so do what's best for you and the level you're at. We're doing it again, forward and rocking back. Now you can take this flexed foot, you can slightly roll it out to hit the outer part of the hamstring. That's a great thing to do, a variation. But let's keep it simple. Let's go to the other side, shoulder width apart, keeping those toes, those knees parallel. You're just really breathing. Think about oxygen, just filling every part of your body. Hands forward, intensify the stretch and get that head as close to the ground as you can, rocking it forward and back. Think about that kneecap. I'm going to say it over and over again because you have to be reminded it's going to buckle because you want to decrease the stretch on the hamstring. Back into the plie with the flexed foot and hands forward again, kneecap straight. Make sure those toes are pointing forward. The back leg is just supporting for balance, and now the weight is on the back leg. Toes come up, really stretching through the calf as well as the hamstring. Let's come out to a wider parallel position. Grab behind your calves, your ankles, and think about rolling those hips up and towards the back wall, and you want to think about really lengthening that again. Keep breathing as you shift your weight left to right. Just breathe. Picture the elasticity increasing in every single muscle fiber. Now cross over that arm and then reach the opposite arm up towards the ceiling. If you start to get dizzy or lose balance, go ahead and look back at the floor, but if you're able to, it's really good for your transverse abdominis as well as the hamstrings and intensifying it. It's a great lat stretch as you pull through the hand that's on your shin. So really just think long, stretching nice and long. We're hitting a lot of different angles here. So drop one leg behind, gently sit on the ground and put your feet in front of you, shaking it out, letting those muscles kind of relax for a minute. Now we're going to flex and keep them flexed. Try and get your heels off the ground, and we're going to go down, drop that head. We're trying to push your belly button as far forward onto your quads as possible. Notice how I'm not bouncing. Notice how I'm not going in and out of it. You have to choose the intensity at which you're stretching and stay with it. Don't retract from it. So be careful you're not going too far, but instead you're statically growing into it. With those flexed feet, you're going to rotate them out now. Feel the shift as it comes through into the outer part of the hamstring again. You can drop your head or keep your head up, but try your best not to hunch your low back. And this may be helpful to have somebody push on that low back until you're getting that hip flexibility there. So now we're pointing the toes, which is more of an extension, an elongation, rather than a crunching of the toes. So shift and push your weight over side to side, feel it intensify as you change your direction of your torso, flex point, and let's go ahead and come up. So onto your feet now, stretching straight, feet are together and forward. We're going to bend the knees, drop the head, and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Do this stretch 3 to 4 times per week, following some cardio. Make sure your muscles are warm, and remember, you can do it, but it takes consistency and doing it with breathing and everything you have to give it.